One way to explore the outdoors, camping. But what if you're not into that? This spot in Southwest Harbor might be the answer.
Yeah. I can camp like this.
Yeah.
So is this glamping?
We found out that glamping was a thing. We found out that people going on vacation nowadays, they don't just want to go on vacation. They want to go and have an experience. And staying in a yurt is an experience.
Yurts are traditionally modest circular dwellings. They originated in Central Asia a few thousand years ago. Acadia Yurts makes yurt life the luxe life, renting from April to October. Aaron Sprague and Karen Roper are co-owners and domestic partners.
The smaller yurts can sleep 4, and the bigger yurt can sleep 6. So the property itself right now can hold 32 people.
These yurts are airy with a spa-like feel.
You're usually woken up by the sun because the dome allows a lot of natural light to come in. We saw this yurt that our friend put up to live in year-round, and we were really inspired by that yurt itself.
We brought all of the modern luxuries to that space. So we put in kitchens and bathrooms, and we have Wi-Fi and air conditioning, and we just wanted the space to be comfortable because that's how we would prefer to live.
And just to be clear, these bathrooms do have real plumbing, which takes glamping to a whole new level. The only amenity missing, TVs. Sprague and Roper say that's because they hope guests come here to unplug.
We're a little too connected to our devices. We need to talk to each other and just be quiet for a while.
It was a place to kind of get away from all the distractions of maybe everyday life and live a little bit more simply for the week.
Professor John Anderson has spent much of his career unplugging for research.
You're with the organisms in the environment that they're operating in, and you're seeing them within the framework that they evolved.
In the tradition of Charles Darwin, Professor Anderson is a natural historian and author.
Charles Darwin never called himself a scientist. He didn't focus in on one tiny piece of the natural world. He was interested in everything from birds to barnacles. And that's really what we're trying to do with natural history, is to get away from the sort of hyper-specialization. But if you lose context, then you can run yourself into all kinds of trouble.
Professor Anderson teaches at the College of the Atlantic in Bar Harbor. The school offers its 350 students degrees in human ecology, which encompass everything from natural history to the visual arts to marine science. Professor Anderson and his students have made startling discoveries about seabirds.
Maine is a wonderful, wonderful place to be a bird and also to be a bird lover. We're right on the edge of the true north. So we get species like puffins and razorbill auks that come south out of Canada. The Gulf of Maine is warming faster than just about any other body of water its size anywhere in the world. That's having huge effects on fish species, the things that feed on fish and other marine organisms.
Warming waters, explains Professor Anderson, don't hold oxygen as well.
So for really active fish, things like tuna, that's a real worry. And then also it has effects on larvae.
Other creatures at risk, herring gulls and blackback gulls.
Just in the last decade, we've seen at a minimum about a 40% decline in their numbers. All around the North Atlantic basin, gull populations are declining dramatically.
For Anderson, this raises a broader point.
If it were other species, I think people would be immediately up in arms. But people just say, oh, they're seagulls. Who cares? I've seen lots of seagulls. That's a real worry because they're actually really interesting indicators of the overall health of the coast.
Could seagulls be a species in danger? If so, will the public embrace a bird often derided as a beach pigeon?
The question of aesthetics in conservation is really, really important. We grew up as a species in a really diverse world. So we have emphasized cute species. It's no accident that panda bears feature prominently in wildlife ecology and conservation. One of the things that I found so wonderful about natural history is that if I pay attention, absolutely any species turns out to be really gorgeous.
Fortunately, there's still variety in the skies of down East Maine.
So I can sit in a lighthouse tower and watch gulls for hours and hours. They're sending a message to me about the wildness of the Maine coast. that I could never get just sitting indoors and reading about.
So beautiful. And back to the yurts, Karen and Aaron plan on building a spa with a yoga studio on their property.
The yurts were pretty cool, I have to say.
Them.
Yeah, I did. And they actually had a tiny house on property as well. Now, depending on the season, yurts will start between $800 to $1,500 a week. They are not available, unfortunately, during the winter months.
Makes sense. All right, Native American arts are alive and well in Maine.